The hell was going on there?
Wait,
Sorry,
hold on.
There we go.
No, crap.
Now we're live.
What did you do? No, that did everything I don't want it to do. Hold on.
Okay, we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Le Bordeaux Sang, a Vampire the Masquerade 20th Anniversary Edition game set in Bordeaux, France. My name is Gabe. I get to ST this fantastic little necrotic fantasy we've got going on here. We're looking to get messy and bloody tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, who the hell are the rest of you people?
Hi, my name is Wendy. I am playing the character of Marie Suzette, the Zamishi, who was pretending to be a Toreador until just now.
Oops.
Yeah, until recently, rather. Deanna, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh shit. Sorry. Anais is shy, but anyway. Yeah, hi, I'm Anais. I'm a Toreador, getting ready to fuck shit up, start revolutions, and drink some bloody boba tea while I'm doing it.
Are you really a Tory? We've had bad luck with Tories actually being Tories so far.
She's real.
Do I need to like bite my finger or something? Show you.
Only if you do it coyly.
Jim, you're up.
I am playing the character of Roland, the Bruja Irish soldier of fortune, who, he's found that it's a lot busier than he thought it was going to be, and he's just going to stab his way through everything. He will literally cut his path to salvation.
And I'm Emily. I'm playing the character of Genevieve, who is new to this place and still trying to keep her head above water as the world of Kindred is revealed to her.
And as mentioned, my name is Gabe. I absolutely do not run the show. Do not mistake for an instant that I'm in control of this situation. That's all these fuckers. Speaking of fuckers, a few words about this game. This is we play Vampire as a horror game, so there will be material and language that is not appropriate for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. No judging. If this is not your jam, we get it. Eventually, I will stream some The Excellence, which is a cute little princesses game, and that'll be much better. Not better. That'll be much lighter. But we get down and messy here, so just keep that in mind. Also, I want to thank Secrets of the Masquerade, who wrote the Bordeaux by Night sourcebooks that we're using to inform this chronicle. They are the eggs to my Benedict and the Arnold to my Palmer. And they've been a lot of help and a lot of fun to work with, setting everything up for these ghastly creatures that we're featuring as they wander about and bump into things in the night in Bordeaux. This is the first session of season 2, so we should do a small recap. We got a little bit of info about what's going on as we did character introductions, but let's get everyone back up to speed. What the hell's going on? What do you folks remember?
Well, the four of us arrived in Bordeaux, France for various reasons, but recently, 2 weeks prior to our arrival, Bordeaux, which is a Camarilla-run city, led by Prince Boyer, which is one that is independent from the rest of France, which is normally led by the Prince of Paris. The rest of France is usually led by Prince of Paris, but Bordeaux is the exception. They had a raid in their Elysium by the Sabbat, in which one of their luminaries was taken. we my character arrived masquerading as a toreador because she has a vendetta against the Sabbat and wishes to keep them out of southern France, and so she wished to help investigate and keep them out of this city. Roland arrived as basically a mercenary called upon by the Bruja of the city to help them solve this problem. Anais arrived with her friend Joan, a luminary of Toulouse, hoping to get involved in a sort of rebellion of sorts, hoping to break Toulouse free of the rest of France. And then unfortunately her friend was immediately killed, was immediately murdered. And Genevieve is a shovelhead who was embraced right before the raid on the Elysium, on the Grand Theater Elysium. We together we fought a La Sombra. We uncovered secrets about the city that would explain why the city was attacked. We learned that the hated Alicia Vandenstry, who had Googled Anais for years, secretly had a Sabbat lover. We helped a member of a prominent coterie in Bordeaux find the spirit of one of their lost best friends, who was turned into a wraith, and we did so with the help of some Giovanni. We delivered a Giovanni outcast of the city into the hands of the prince and had her executed. Helped her be executed, one that was greatly desired, an execution that was greatly desired by the prince. And furthermore, we, during a battle, Marie managed to expose herself as being truly Zumishi, but eventually earned back her coterie's trust to an extent. Also, they interrogated Alicia's lover, and he gave them some information about how to track down some members of the Sabbat. They also rediscovered not only a member of the court of Bordeaux who had been thought to have been killed, but also the long dormant former princess of Bordeaux, who, as it turns out, was kept in a permanent sleep, or a semi-permanent sleep rather, by Prévost, a luminary of the Bordeaux court.
And
Did I miss anything else? Oh, and by the way, the Princess Helene is currently in Marie's apartment, which just so happened to have gotten broken into. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also there is a hunter who was after various Bordeaux people in the city. I almost forgot about that. I can't believe I almost forgot about that. And there was a conflict, or rather an incident between Genevieve and a Setite luminary of a Setite independent vampire in Bordeaux, which involved this very nasty assault. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Oh, Marie was blackmailed into trying to get a member of the Toulouse court out, Madeline, and they of course discovered that Toulouse is seeking a revolution against the Prince of Paris, and they also found out that there is possibly a Nodist artifact within Bordeaux, and also Marie discovered that somebody had broken into her apartment, and she's very, very upset about that. Anything else I'm forgetting?
What's Anaïs's take on all this? She, as much as she had some history in Bordeaux, is a relative newcomer to the inner machinations of the court.
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted. Anais, you're muted there.
Anais's voice is just on and off right now.
But with emotion. Too much Alicia.
There's so much going on in Anais's head. With everything that's going on, especially the death of Joan, and having to put on her weight, and having to further and complete her mission as well. And then there's the bitch Alicia that's getting in her way as well. For right now, one of her main goals is just kill Alicia or destroy Alicia's career, and hopefully start and trigger the mission that Joan has for her, essentially.
Yeah, and I just don't remember if we said there's a lot that happened, and Wendy was very thorough. What was that Jones mission? That was
like Anais is trying to remember herself. It was so much. She's trying to basically start a coup or insurrection that has to deal with, it's not the Sabbat, but something to deal with I believe, the prince and his court in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and Jean and Anais were specifically in Bordeaux to start gathering some allies, very quietly, before the rebels in Toulouse make their move and potentially throw off the current Marquis, who is actually just a puppet of Francois Villon, the Prince of Paris. Geneviève is also not just a newcomer to Bordeaux, but vampiric existence, and in some ways has existed largely outside of the Camarilla court. Is there anything else
the coterie
that
discovered...
she wants to add?
I mean, Geneviève is struggling, especially with the events of last season. And so she's still trying to get her head above water, and hopefully there'll be an opportunity for her to take a breath soon.
Yeah,
probably won't be.
Yeah, there was a battle with La Sombra, and during which they met Geneviève, who was a shovelhead, and they sort of took her under their wing. So. Oh, there was also a brief interlude where the entire coterie was forced to stay in the hotel of the obnoxious Tremere Privigen the obnoxious Tremere Privigen and Chanticleer leader Lyle Kirsten, who has been very obnoxiously barring Marie Suzette from looking at their occult library. So she might be looking for some other avenues soon.
I mean, the Tremere aren't known for sharing their secrets.
No, they are not.
Okay, so it is early yet on a Thursday evening in September still, when Frederico, Alicia Vandenstree's apparent lover, has come to the coterie with the offer of information and aid in betraying his former pack and associates in the Sabbat in exchange for the safety of himself and Alicia Vandenstree. His plight seems to be earnestly motivated by emotion, which is rare for a vampire, but here we are. Roland and Marie Suzette had gone to follow up on some of the information he was giving them, verify that he wasn't just full of shit trying to save his own neck, leaving Geneviève and Anais to to have a meeting with Emilio, who is in charge of a fairly large racket of illegal prostitution, and also technically Geneviève's boss. Geneviève and Anais, you're making your way to La Bastide on the other side of the river. Most of Bordeaux, I shouldn't say that, on the east side of the river, which some regard as less important than the part of the city that is on the west bank, which includes the old city. So La Bastide is newer construction. You get there via one of the several bridges that you can just walk across, or you can take a tram. And this meeting is happening in a club called Pink, or Rose en français. And when you get there, it is, of course, full night, and it's Thursday, so people are are getting their fun on. And Pink has a pretty good reputation as one of the cleaner but sleazier bars in the area, with a big dance floor and several other rooms downstairs that are a little bit more private. You show up. Genevieve, is there anything that you want to say with Anais or prep her on before you two show up there?
Yeah, Jenny will explain most of what she's had going on. I don't think she's ever explicitly said, "Hey, I'm a sex worker," but at which point she'll say, like, "Hey, I'm a sex worker," and explain that she works for Henriette and Henriette works for Emilio. Kind of explain how, like, it's a recent thing. Didn't tell Emilio that Jenny is kindred. And that is what is currently blowing up because Emilio figured it out. And that's right. She hasn't had a chance to talk to any of them since that night. I don't think yet. Has she?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably also is vaguely references the fact that Emilio assaulted her, and that's how... Not Emilio.
Remy.
Remy assaulted
Emilio's
her.
brother.
Yeah, Emilio's brother. Remy assaulted her, and that's how Emilio found out that she's kindred. And that she wants Anais to come along because things might get messy. No idea how Emilio's going to react. She doesn't say how she knows, but she knows that he's pissed.
So you're a sex worker, right?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like whispers in like her ear because she doesn't want anybody else to hear.
Okay.
Do you know the best sex toys around?
Yes, but let's tackle this first. Well, I'll have to okay, we have a lot of conversations we can have. Happy to talk about this, but yeah, kind of anxiety going in the old brain right now. Let's I'll definitely answer you though. I'll give you my favorites, my top 10.
Thanks. I'll look around too for you.
Okay.
As well.
Great.
On your way, Anais, it's worth mentioning also that you get a text. Are we still on for dinner?
The timing.
Yeah, Annie says, "Oh shit!" Right after she says the text, she reads the text for a minute, trying to think of something to say.
Do you share it with Genevieve?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so who is this exactly? Who are you meeting for dinner?
It's my GF. I forgot we had a date today.
Oh,
yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Okay, we'll try to make this quick. I don't think this will be too crazy. Wait, is she living or?
Living enough.
Josephine is a breather.
Okay. Wow. I got a lot of questions. So, but again, we'll tackle that later. As far as okay, I don't know. Just does she know your kindred?
Do I remember telling her that?
Anais has not let Josephine in on that secret. What I remember about that relationship is that it was a little bit offy and got broken, a little bit rocky and got broken when Anais was actually embraced and shuttled off to Toulouse. So she has not been in your life much for the past few years. You ran into her kind of randomly being back in Bordeaux, and she wanted to get dinner. She missed you.
I'll just tell her that I got hit in an explosive attack, I guess. Not lying. Well, it is kind of lying. It was Joan that dark. Sorry, there was. Yeah, I just text back. Sorry, there was an explosion. TTYL. Sad face emoji. Crying emoji. Heart emoji. Kissy emoji.
OMGs, where are you? I'm on my way.
Yeah. Pro tip: that's not gonna help, Annie. That's not. Just say I was nowhere near it, but I can't get across town.
Yeah, she just texts back, you won't be able to make it.
Annie's, I know we haven't had a chance to talk much. I think you and I maybe have like a heart-to-heart about how to sound like just like a little less ominous. Just like a little less ominous. I think there's some room for improvement here.
Whatever mode of transport you elect to get to Pink gets you where you're going.
Okay.
It's a double door with neon lighting in the window over it. There's a bouncer, big big neon sign, Rose, across the top, and the music is already going. What do you do?
Okay. I head in, just wave to the bouncer, and say she's with me. And we head in, and I look for Henriette and Emilio first.
Mm-hmm. You know that they are probably in the office.
Okay.
Anais, you've been here once before, I think. At this time on a Thursday, it is not crowded exactly, but there are a lot of people here. The air conditioner is going full blast, even though it's cool outside, and the music is like already loud enough that you would probably have to shout to be heard by the person next to you.
Okay. I'll just say, okay, we gotta head back to the office. Just brace yourself. They're not gonna like this.
What?
Brace yourself. They're not gonna like this.
Brace myself. Okay.
Yeah. So head back.
And you just take Anais into the office?
Mm-hmm. Wave at my bartender friend on the way. I also I give him kind of a look, something that we probably have at least some rapport about by now, which is like a watch my back kind of thing.
Yeah. You are able to put on an appropriate expression that would get his attention and really get his attention.
Yeah.
So
do a little like pointed glance towards the office before heading in.
He actually nods. Yeah, be careful in there.
Okay. And head in.
Okay. This is a stockroom that has been set up with a black leather couch and a coffee table and a desk with a couple of filing cabinets. The walls are pretty much just lined with liquor bottles with boxes with liquor labels. You assume that it's all booze in there. Sitting on the couch facing the door kind of as soon as you come in is someone that Anais I don't think has met before, but he's average build, white, with very, very short brown hair and a goatee and a puka shell necklace. He'd be handsome if he didn't look douchey. And when he sees Genevieve, he's got this look. There's a blend of emotions, a smoothie of emotions, even, where at first he wants to go get up and say hello, and then there's this look of, oh shit, and a look of concern over to his right, whoever's sitting at the desk, and he just stays put. At the desk sits...
Jenny gives him a look like, you should stay put.
Yeah. Behind the desk sits a man probably a little bit taller and thinner, with a suit jacket over a white collared shirt. He's got this sort of 60s French movie star rugged handsomeness thing going on. Again, he'd be attractive if he didn't also look so douchey. But in more of a sleazy, greasy way and less of a "are you a frat bro" way than the guy on the couch. And back behind the desk in a corner stands a short woman, petite build, in an outfit much like Genevieve met her in, stiletto heels, pleated red plaid mini skirt with a bondage belt, black spaghetti strap tank top with a black leather body harness over it, and her short black severe color around her eyes and on her lips, and her short black hair is done in sort of a crown of a braid, but because it's a little bit short, little ends of hair are sticking up out of the braid, and it looks like she's gelled them to look like spikes.
Hey, guys.
And immediately, the woman stomps out her cigarette, stomps it, strides over to Genevieve and slaps her across the face.
Jenny just kind of...
She does not look happy.
Yeah.
As much as this is something that you're pretty sure you know what's going on here, and Alfayette has generally shown herself to be on your side. Your beast does not like this, and I need you to make a self-control roll.
Okay. Sure. What's the difficulty?
6.
Okay. And do I get anything other than just straight up self-control? Sorry, it's been a minute.
No, you do not.
Okay. Do 10s count double or no?
They do not, but they definitely
Then
count.
2.
Okay. So, Jean, your beast, makes your shoulders tense up, and your hands ball in Genevieve's hands ball in her fists, and Anais can see this shift. She's not surprised.
The teeth come out.
Yeah. And the woman who just slapped Genevieve is up in her face, yelling, "Any more fucking secrets you want to let us in on? Huh? You tell me what's going on."
Look, okay, I don't know
I don't put
any
up with this bullshit from any of my other bitches. I'm not gonna put up with it from you.
I get that, okay? I get it. What did you want me to do? I didn't know. All I knew. Just takes a minute to ball her fists and roll her shoulders, and was that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone. You two are anyone. Okay? What was I supposed to say? Hey, yeah, give me a job as a whore because I can't, take a job during the day because I'll turn into ash. Like, I can't go around getting a job that way.
Henriette,
This was the job I knew how to do, and this was the job that I could work the hours that made sense for this. I've been drowning since I was turned a couple weeks ago. I didn't know what else to do.
touching. Genevieve, you're here to see me, not her. Henriette, outside, now. The guy from behind the desk says. Henriette sneers at you as she walks away. And as she brushes past Anais, she winks. Amelia says, so, turns out you're kindred. Are you surprised I know that word?
I mean, I can make some assumptions about why if you are close with Remy.
Mm. Who are you, really? No bullshit.
No bullshit, man. Look, I don't... She pulls out her cell phone and she flips open to her Instagram and she tosses the phone on the desktop. I'm a fucking tourist. I'm a fucking tourist from the United States who came to France because she's got some French heritage. Because she said, it would be fun and neat would be to see what the difference is between New Orleans and actual like France where it came from. So I came here with my friend. We toured the country. You can see right there, like 4 weeks ago I was in Paris and you can see those pictures there with me out in the sunlight. We came to Bordeaux because it was supposed to be pretty, because it's scenic, because the Grand Theatre is supposed to be one of the most beautiful buildings in Europe. And I got fucking bit. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who I could trust. I didn't know what the hell to do. All I knew is that I woke up dead one night. So, yeah, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell Henriette. I didn't tell anybody because who even if I thought for a second there were others like me. And I mean there had to be, but who would I ever know was? What were they supposed to do? Hey, give me a job because I'm a vampire? Like what? What? That's ridiculous. And so I did what I could and I figured out on my own and we experimented and figured out the rules and what would hurt me, what I could recover from. And I started working with you, and then one night while I was out, the people that are now my coterie ran into me and they've been helping me since.
So Lex knows.
Lex knows.
Mm.
But again, Lex couldn't say anything because what were they supposed to do?
Do they know about Remy? About
No.
us?
No.
Mm.
They only know about me. I wouldn't even know what to tell. I wouldn't even know what to tell them about you. And I haven't had a chance to talk to them since last night, she says, and gives Remy a look. I caught on pretty quick that this stuff needs to remain hyper secret, so they only know about my own stuff.
Mm. Here's the deal. You don't work for me anymore. You don't work for Henriette. I can't have a fucking trick who might kill our fucking Johns. It's not how this business works. We don't even sell them drugs. Well, the whores don't sell them drugs. So you're gone.
Whatever.
Now, that doesn't mean that we can't still be friends.
Oh,
right?
doesn't it?
No. No, the terms of our relationship have to change, but we use this term kindred because we're all a family of a sort. So, tell you what, seems like you're friends with the Camarilla. We're friends with the Camarilla. There's no reason we can't all still be friends. Remy got himself in a bit of shit. Didn't you, Remy? And the guy on the couch kind of nods. So, I'll leave you to work that out with him. But after tonight, what happened last night is history. Yeah, he's a step bound to you and whatever. But you don't treat him like a dog. You don't expect him to be your ghoul. You want to punch him in the face? Fucking punch him in the face. I don't fucking care. But do it tonight. Because after tonight, it's water under the bridge. Good?
Yeah, good.
Now, might still have some things you could do for us or some things we could do for you, and we can negotiate that as needed. We use we trade favors. I don't know if anyone's explained that to you yet. Money is too easy and stupid, so we can trade favors. At the moment, I think we're square. We need anything from each other from here on out, though. We discuss terms.
Lex isn't losing their job, are they?
No. Lex is not
Okay.
losing their income. I heard a little something about them getting the crap beaten out of them and losing their inventory. Not happy about that, but we'll work something out. Don't worry about that.
Fine.
Good.
Anything else for now?
Remy, you're sorry, aren't you? You tried to eat poor Genevieve here.
Yeah.
Get the better of you.
So, for Anais' info, Jenny did not mention that part. Just that she was assaulted, not that she was that he tried to diabolarize her.
And Remy says from the couch, "Yeah, I'm real sorry. I am. You got it. It was You know how it is sometimes. This thing in our heads.
No, Remy, I don't know how it is. Not to that extent.
Well, look. I am sorry. It was a bad idea, and I don't know what else to say. I hope you may still come to me if you need something. Like Emilio said, we're all on the same page now. It's not like you're just some fucking slut.
Jenny balls her fists to her sides for a second. rolls his shoulders again. Yeah, you're never calling me that. You got it?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
And you and I are not on the same page. I'm on the same page with Emilio. You're not on that page. You and I... She looks at Emilio. Look, I'm not going to go turn around from here and hand him in to the Camarilla. But this isn't going to be gone so easy. You and I, we can be friends. You and I can work together. Okay? I don't want to see him.
Well, then here's to hoping you find different parties. Because after tonight, you come after him, you're coming after me.
I'm not coming after him.
Okay. Okay, then.
All I'm saying is an apology. Sorry does not mean that I'm going to come over tomorrow night and we're going to hang out and have drinks like nothing happened.
Okay. Everyone seems to have been ignoring Anais. Talking like she isn't there again. Does that prickle her at all?
Anise kind of knows that Geneva's got this. Like, to be honest, she keeps seeing Geneva like clench her fist, and she's like, "Oh, she could step on me like figuratively and literally." It's pretty much what's going in her head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she talks to Geneva and is like, "I hope that guy, you know, burns in a fire one day." Is what else could she say?
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of gives a look and then turns back to Emilio.
Well, I'm sure that we've all got evenings to get back to. I appreciate you coming down.
Of course.
So we could sort this out.
Yeah. Thank you for understanding, all things considered. And if you ever need me, you know how to get in touch with me.
I do indeed. Anais, sorry that you had to see us like this. Normally, we don't like airing our dirty laundry in front of proper guests.
And it just goes.
Stay cute.
And then she tries to spit on him as he leaves.
Yeah. So they, you have been dismissed, as it were.
So I head out of the room. I assume Anais is surely behind. Yeah. Where's Henriette? Is she in line of sight or?
She is, and we'll get back to that in just a sec.
Okay.
Marie Suzette and Roland, you were following up on information that Federico had given you, seeing if some people that he was mentioning were actually who he said they were. You shake a few folks down, bear a few fangs, and it turns out that so far all of the information he's given you about their pilot fish in Bordeaux, the humans that they had sort of base level information gathering, all of that info checks out. So far, like the last I knew, the plan was just to confirm that he was giving you okay intel. And so far, that checks out. Is there anything else you want to do while you're out and about interacting with these folks?
Oh, that little cockweasel was actually telling the truth after all.
I mean, I am relieved, but I also am not relieved that we have to supposedly play around with him a little bit longer and let him go, or let her go, for that matter, or whatever we're planning on doing. We're not planning on actually getting them out of the city safely, are we?
Well, I plan on getting them two ship tickets out of here. What I may or may not tell them is how many people might be going with them to the docks. I really doubt that they're going to get much more than 5 feet outside of Bordeaux.
I don't think Istvan is going to be enough.
Oh, it's not going to be Istvan. I have a feeling that a lot of people would love to take a crack at this guy for betraying them to the Saban. Anyone that's actually lost people in the raid, I think, would jump at the chance to, get a little piece for themselves.
I can think of a few people.
Well, that's good. We can have a regular old auction then.
Yeah. I mean, after all, we know somebody who is quite angry with her, who also happens to be getting a new embrace right. So,
True enough. And we could always use more friends. I mean, I'm pretty sure Claudio would love to take a crack at them as well.
yeah, there are a few people.
Claudia,
Yeah, right.
Suzanne.
We are going to have to make quite a few arrangements tonight, however. Not
Well,
just about this.
No, we're not. But Roland is also going to see about shaking down these other folks and seeing if there's perhaps more than what.
I want to do this too. I want to get involved in this too.
Yeah. So Roland is going
than what he's told us.
Roland is going to be asking very politely.
Marie is the soul of politeness.
Yeah, and by that I mean I'm using intimidate.
I'm sorry. What are you trying to get from him?
I'm trying to see if there's more what he was giving me. I'm trying to see if there's anything more that these mortals know about what they were doing. I mean,
got it.
Whether they were ghouled, whether they were dominated, that sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Well.
Why don't you give me? I do appreciate this element of the White Wolf system. Why don't you give me perception plus intimidation, difficulty 7.
Will heightened senses work with that?
Yes, it would. Yeah. So that
Awesome.
would add your auspex and dice.
No, it reduces diff.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, different system. All right. It seems like primarily they were dominated. All of the names that he has given you are folks that were not ghouled, at least. Some of them were just paid. Like, some of them are just lowlives who, hey, if you find this out for me, hey, I want you to just keep tabs on this or that a person or spot.
Yeah. Here's 300 euro.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring back anything that pans out, I'll give you 50 more.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. All right, looks like that he's been telling the truth. It looks like really mundane stuff. It's going to be useful when we eventually have to take out Prevot. But
actually, for 3 successes, I'll give you one more thing. One of them suggests that if you're asking about Freddie and his friends, I mean, you might have a little bit more info. Maybe, possibly.
Well, let's
if you're
see.
asking, and if you ask nicely.
Oh, I mean, well, generally speaking, I tend to let. I'm going to go and put. I'm going to put 50 euro in his hand. I'm going to hold up another 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So You know, it's this friends of friends kind of thing where you end up knowing people who know people. As big as the city is, some parts of it are real small. And I've got a friend who hangs out in the Bastide. That's his hood, you know. And 2 nights a week, he gets paid to hang out in front of this fucking corner store like just some, some chump, some jobless whatever, and take photos of people that he doesn't recognize coming through the hood, people acting suspicious, and text them to a number.
Well, and then I'm gonna hold up another 50. I'm gonna say, what's the number?
That I do not know, and man, I would love to tell you, but I can tell you the number of the friend.
All right. But all right, I'm gonna hand him the second, the first. You know, I handed him 150. I'm gonna give him the second 50. The third 50, I'm keeping.
All right. So he gives you the other contact's number, and he's like, "I'm texting my boy right now. I'm gonna let him know."
Is he lying to me? Is he actually texting to let him know that there's somebody onto him?
No, with heightened senses, I won't make you roll. He's doing exactly what he says he's doing.
Okay.
And what he texts is to the effect of, "Hey, expect a text from this other person who's asking the question and providing for my baby's college."
All right. Well, and obviously, this never happened. You just happened to find this shit on the street.
Hey, stray wallets happen all the time.
That's
Fucking
exactly
tourists.
what it is.
They come for the wine. They stay for the wine. They leave their wallets.
Well, better it go to you than to someone else, I guess. And I'll hand him the last 50, and then, well, we've got his silence until someone gives him 151 euros.
I could make sure that doesn't happen if you like.
No, that's fine. I don't want. He's now let's go and see what's going on about this. If we've got a guy going in there, this might be the operating zone of where the Sabbat we're going.
I mean, I would rather if you. I wouldn't mind it if you let me do this. I don't want people following us or knowing what we're up to. I'm already nervous enough about leaving that Sabbat freak in my apartment, especially considering what happened earlier.
Huh? I really don't want to. I mean, if it's whatever, I'm going to go and see about figuring out what I can about this place and seeing what's going down.
No, I'll go with you. I wouldn't mind making sure that he doesn't tell people what he told us.
I think he's all right, but all right, if you want to do it, I guess go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna just like lean over. I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, I want you to know something. You've been very handsomely paid here, and I can do a lot of things that would cause you a lot of pain. So if I were you, I'd keep your silence.
Hey, wallet on the ground. Happens every day.
Is he telling the truth? Is he actually going to keep our silence? I want to know.
Sounds like you're asking for a roll. Give me perception plus empathy. Difficulty 6.
Okay. Four successes.
He's totally being honest. This was some very easy money for some people that he doesn't know, for sharing info about other people that he doesn't really care about.
That's what I figured.
Good. I just want to make sure.
No, it's all right. No.
You're also very confident that he has no idea the level of shit he is getting himself into, either by dealing with you or by possibly betraying the Sabbat.
Yeah. Well,
that actually makes me very happy. That's one good piece of good news I have gotten tonight. So, all right. And I look at it, I'm like, okay, let's go.
all right. Let's go and see about knowing more about this place.
Now, Anais and Genevieve were in on the whole thing with the initial conversation with Federico. Do you want to loop them in on what's going on?
I have no problem with that, especially if we're going to go and suit up.
I get my phone out and I text them and I say, hey, there's some updates. Should we meet them somewhere? I'd rather speak to them about this face to face. I'm not taking.
It's fine. Go do that, and I'm gonna text Istvan as well. I'm gonna tell him to bring some gear.
All right.
Okay.
I'm texting Istvan. I want him to bring me my Kevlar vest.
Wait, Roland. He's still at my apartment, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Then he's watching. So yeah, no, he'll stay there.
Stay there. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine though.
I tell them to meet us at X location on the way.
And I tell one of them to go and bring me my Kevlar vest.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Anais and Genevieve are walking out of the office, they get Marie's text. Genevieve sort of instinctively checks in with Charles, and he gives you a thumbs up, like, we okay? Everything good?
Real quick, I did get my phone back from Emilio, right? Like I didn't.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, just want to make sure.
He handed you the phone back. He didn't keep it.
Okay. Wobble my head at him, and I assume I've exchanged numbers with him before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Say, kind of. You'll be seeing me around less, but I'll make sure we still hang out. I'll maybe a night off or two. We can grab a drink.
I'd like that. Anais, Genevieve is talking with a kind of tall guy, real broad, sturdy build. Looks like maybe he was in the military, with a Scooby-Doo tattoo on his arm. Shaved bald. Looks like he's got a receding hairline, but shaved bald. He's like, yeah, okay, you just take care of yourself. Fuck those guys.
Never again.
Take care of your hair.
What?
Take care of your hair.
I like his hair. I think it's.
I don't have any hair.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
I think I like the shaved look. It's hot. You're good.
I can suggest to you some good shampoo. The No Tears brand.
Anais!
I'm just being helpful.
I know.
Be nice.
Listen, she's feeling spicy right now after that meeting with Emilio. It didn't go great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot of wigs. Use those.
You were also looking for Henriette, and
Yes.
you see her off in the corner texting.
I'm going to head towards the door, but I'm going to try to catch her eye on the way.
Yeah, you catch her eye.
Okay.
And she also sees the direction that you're heading, so she just does the call me.
Gives a quick nod.
Mwah. And Anais, this is a total turnaround from the woman you just saw in the office. She's downright bubbly.
And I was just confused.
Yeah, I'll explain in a minute. I had to. Sorry, I couldn't tell you. We had to sell it. don't worry about it.
What?
And yeah, okay, let's just go
I love-
outside.
I
I
can't
love when
hear.
people say that because it means you should worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
I can't hear.
I know. Thumbs up and like points to the door. So we head outside and start heading toward Roland's apartment, right?
So Marie Suzette's apartment is back across the river.
That's where's the vest?
Back across the river.
Okay, then that's where we start heading.
Okay. So you're that way.
And, yeah, in the meanwhile, in walking, I'll explain that, like, okay, so
About the
Henriette,
sex toys.
huh?
About the sex toys.
About you know what? Yeah, I don't want to think about Emilio stupid ass and his awful brother. Let me give you some links and start flicking through her phone, making a list. Anais's phone keeps going off as she sends new links to her.
It's just dildos galore.
Yeah.
Well, no, not just dildos, because dildos are not always the best sex toy that you want.
Oh no,
It's just like
there's plenty. There's a wide variety. It's very clear. Jenny knows what she's talking about.
She sends like some images to her GF and say, "Pick one out." We'll
Oh
tell
my
later.
God. Perfect.
I'm sorry, pick one out.
You, honey, I gotta talk to you about me being a little less ominous. Like I know I can help you. Like,
I'm just apologizing to her. This is how I apologize.
I know. But okay, so you can. I think we can trust Henriette. By the way, the woman who slapped the shit out of me. That was a show. She knew the whole time. She's been helping me, like, figure my shit out. And I just some stuff went down last night, and she was really good to me after the whole thing with Remy happened. So I trust her enough. I mean, she still works for Emilio, and she's ghouled to him, but like, I'll have to figure something else out because I'm gonna fucking kill him and Remy. So, have to figure out a way to do that when she doesn't get hurt too. But you know what? That's a problem. And then another link for tomorrow, Jenny, because right now it sounds like we have a lot more shit to worry about.
so. Roland and Marie, you're waiting for a while. So you're able to touch base with the other contact, and it takes a little bit of back and forth. But he says, "Yeah, all right, he'll talk to you."
What's the number you keep texting about? You keep alerting to?
These people are fucking scary, and
We're all fucking scary. I'm fucking scary. Answer the question.
look, I don't do business based on fear. I do business based on practicality, and by practicality, I mean money.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you. What about your flesh? How much money do you think that's worth?
Not enough. That's why I'm not fucking walking down by the docks. That's why I don't walk the stroll. So
He thinks you think he's a gigolo.
That is not what I am talking about, darling.
Just
That is
just pay.
not what
Just pay the man. Just pay the man.
I don't want to pay the man. He's not supposed to be paid. That is not the type of transaction we are having.
then I don't know why you're
I reach over and I grab him by the shoulder, okay?
Okay. That's easy enough to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, get off me. And he tries to push your
No.
hand away.
He tries to, and he does not.
Okay.
And I tighten my grip. And I start digging my nails in.
Mm.
Let me make something very, very clear. I've had some very bad news tonight. Type of things that just lower my patience for anything. And I'm not in a giving mood. Understand? You should be in a giving mood. Now, you have 5 seconds to start talking the way I want you to start talking. Understand? Do you understand?
Give me a. I know Marie is serious about this, so give me a charisma plus intimidation roll. Difficulty 6.
2 successes.
Okay. Considering that there's a considerable, not inconsiderable size difference between you two, at this point, Marie Suzette has like pulled him down by his clavicle, basically, and he says, "Look, I hang out on the corner. I text some photos to a number. That's what I fucking know. That's what I fucking do."
Give me the number and tell me what prompts you to take the photos. What kind of people are you supposed to be looking for?
People I don't recognize, people acting shady, people asking too many fucking questions. He hands you his phone that he's unlocked. He's like, "Here, it's the number with all the fucking photos in the text roll."
All right, and then I look at roll and I'm like, hold this one for a little while. I'm going to take a look. And I start scrolling through. Anything? What do I notice about any of the photos? And do I notice anything about the number? Do I notice anything about like any words that are exchanged? And what do I notice about the pictures?
No words, only photos.
Only photos. Anything about the photos that are that are notable?
Some of them are not high quality. They are all taken at night.
Are there? Let me ask you this: are there any photos where it looks like he meant to take a picture of somebody, but for whatever reason, there's nobody in the picture?
No, there's nothing like that.
Okay, all right. And any particular behavior, anything?
If you're looking for that kind of pattern, I mean, like there seems to be a tendency for people to be looking over their shoulder.
All right. And are there any faces that show up more than once, or any faces I recognize?
There are 2 faces that show up more than once, but you don't recognize any of them.
All right. Can I at least just take note of?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. All right. And I look over at him and I go, "What do you know about the people you're sending these to? Do you know anything at all?" And I want to know if he's telling the truth too.
So let's just actually take a step back to the photos. The ones that are not high quality are because they're from a ways away, and they seem to all be in front of this one building.
All right. Okay. Do I recognize the building at all?
No. You're also not on that street corner that he was staking out. So.
So I can't see it around me at all?
No. He met you somewhere else, but he's also given you the address basically.
Okay.
So you can go there and scope out what's going on, but you're not there yet.
Okay, I understand. All right, I just have like one more thing. Are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell us? And I want to know. I want to see if he's telling me the truth with whatever his answer is.
You people are fucking whacked.
We're not people. Answer the question.
That's what I want to tell you.
All right, I'm gonna put my hand on him again, and I'm gonna literally strike a nerve.
Mm. He is biting down, like gritting his teeth, looking at you like, I'm not going to make more noise than that.
I'm gonna strike another nerve, and I just keep adding, like with each finger. I'm gonna start adding nerves.
Okay. He is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and is he holding anything back?
No, he's screaming, fucking let me go. What the fuck do you want? People are fucking crazy.
Yes, I am. I'm very crazy. And guess what? You've never met me. Isn't that nice? It's good for you. You've never met me. We've never had this conversation. You've never met either of us. Understand?
Fuck yeah.
Good. You have a nice evening. Stay out of our way. And if you see us, just run.
Shit's about to go down. I'd run regardless.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
Trust
He
me.
gets the hell out of there.
Yeah.
So
have Anais and Genevieve arrived yet?
when not quite, and you can give them an updated address if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or to meet. When Anais and Genevieve return to the apartment, it looks like Hélène has set up a little acting studio with well, actually, okay, so as you approach the door to Marie's apartment, you hear yelling inside.
Okay. Jenny takes one look at Ace and like, should we sneak in or just rush in?
It's Maurice's apartment.
Yeah. I should note that Anais does have a key. Like,
Okay.
she's allowed to come.
Yeah, Anais just walks up to the door and kind of just like in a little bit.
Okay.
Just
Jenny just like
kind of looks in and gets ready.
Yeah.
The shouting resolves itself to a lover's quarrel, some kind of love triangle going on. You don't particularly recognize the two masculine voices, but of course, the feminine voice is Alicia Vandenstreet.
Yeah, Anais is very confused. She tells Genevieve, there's some soap opera shit going on.
okay, do I need to like fuck somebody up?
I don't know. It's Alicia arguing with these men or something. I wish they would get out. I don't know.
Okay, well we should probably go in. Here, and she'll like step around Anais unless Anais wants to go in first and shove the door open and say, what the hell is going on?
And the three figures standing in the middle of the floor do not break character. There seems to be a sheltering embrace between Federico and Istvan, Roland's ghoul, as Alicia who is still beat to fucking hell, purple, yellowing, almost green bruises, one arm still, like she's cradling it like it's hurt, not just like she's cradling herself, saying, fine, go. You two deserve each other after the hell you've put me through. And Hélène is just sort of half lounging on the couch going, yes, this is how it should have ended.
What?
Oh, hello. Come sit, watch.
Are you puppeteering them?
What? No. I just asked them to do a scene for me. So in this fantastic serial I watch called Bordeaux General. It's supposedly sort of a medical drama, but the real focus is on the doctors and nurses and their relationships. And there is this one sort of messy love triangle at one point that I just said, no, this is not how it should go. And honestly, I hear a lot about queering things up, and I wanted to try it.
Okay, first off, if you really want to make a good resolution to a love triangle, try polyamory. But on top of that, okay, sorry, we left you alone for a while. I get it. No, you're making your own entertainment. Yeah, I get it.
And as you sort of kind of turn back, Istvan and Federico are kissing passionately.
Okay, they are of their own free will at this, right?
I'm sorry?
They're of their own free will right now?
Oh, I mean, I suppose after a fashion.
That's what I was afraid of. Great.
I can be very persuasive.
I know. I know very well. Anais, what do we do?
I'm calling Marie.
Does Marie get a text, like a photo?
Basically, yeah, she just not calmly, but just begrudgingly like snaps a photo, and sends it to Marie, and texts, "Please come home," pleading emoji. That pleading emoji with the doughy eyes emoji.
So, Roland, there's an update. There seems to be some kind of emergency back at my house because there just hasn't been enough violations there.
Who broke into your house now?
By
the way, you need better locks.
Oh, I'm going to give you a lot more than get better locks. We're going to talk about that later. However, Anais needs me. Apparently.
All right.
Can you wait here for me? And I'll fetch them?
I'm not going to be doing much waiting. I'm going to be investigating.
Do your investigation and then just text us where you want us to meet you, okay? Just don't storm into the building without us, all right? Is that enough? Scout out the place. Would that work?
I mean, I really hope that you haven't tipped this guy off. Did you at least steal his phone?
Yeah. He ain't getting that shit back. Are you kidding? I've got it right here, and I hold up the phone.
I'm assuming you're not telling them about the violation of his goal.
Why would I tell anybody that?
No, I'm just making sure because Roland.
No, I'm not gonna fucking tell anybody anything. Apparently something else is going on.
Fine, I'm gonna go and I'll investigate. You go and take care of your things and bring back my goddamn vest.
I will bring back more than your goddamn vest. Text me a list, why don't you? And I make my way as quickly as I can across the city, because I'm expecting this to be a real emergency.
I'm not actually going to text her any lists.
No. So Anaïs and Geneviève, it takes Marie a while to get back.
I will be breaking in at a hilariously opportune time, though. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
When I've judged it to be the most hilarious moment, I'm going to burst in. Okay.
So Jenny turns to Anais and is like, "Okay, on one hand, this isn't good, right? We should stop this. On the other, two of them really suck. So and I don't know."
Can we just stuff them in the closet? Yeah, we should do that.
We should probably do that. Hey, my princess. What were they asked to call her last time? I can't remember.
I don't really remember. Your Grace is good.
Your Grace. Okay. Your Grace. We need to put them back in the closet, I think.
Oh no, but that's
for safety.
we should let them live their lives as they wish, shouldn't we?
In the closet.
To be closeted is bad, yes?
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I don't see what the big deal is myself. This was of no concern to us.
Right. No, I more meant the
There's plenty of people in the closet living their lives.
Okay, there is that. However, also, we meant the physical closet to secure them.
Yes.
Because they're dangerous and we wouldn't want you to get
dangerous. How?
They're intruding my friend's home. That's pretty dangerous within itself.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused. I thought all these people were respected guests.
Who said this?
Hélène, the pretty lady. 6 appearance. Your sheet only goes up to 5.
Where is she?
She's lounging on the couch.
Like, so she's here too?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's been directing the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, Anise is like so shocked. Yeah, we're still gonna put them in the closet.
But dangerous how?
They're dangerous in that they're irritating me. They're irritating me, and you just basically called me ugly, so no more fun for you.
Wait, what?
Oh, that was out of character.
No, that was out of character.
That was just me explaining how pretty she is.
Oh, well, you still think I'm ugly, so.
Actually, no, I had temporarily forgotten that you actually had appearance 5. So, yeah. Hélène.
Rebus it now. Who called Anais ugly? What the hell is going on in here? Did somebody break in? Who broke in this time? Who broke in? Tell me you got them. Tell me you told the walls to grab them. Who broke in? Who broke in?
You got here fast. I thought you were.
This is all taking a minute. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on? Are those two kissing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still kissing.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of where Hélène left them. And Alicia is standing there, clearly favoring one foot, cradling an injured arm. Her face is basically a giant bruise, but she looks more emotionally hurt than physically.
Is there a vampire Dr. Phil?
I love that you made that joke. I love it.
Please tell me this isn't the emergency you asked me to come deal with.
It is.
Alicia.
Why are they? And I want to make a point. I kind of guess what's going on. She's dominating them, isn't she?
Probably.
Yeah.
Can I just do a willpower check or something? Just try to keep myself from just kind of put a guard.
Well, she hasn't tried to dominate you yet, so
okay.
We'll
I just want to be on guard for it. Is what?
Yes. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you are aware of what it would take to. You are aware of what it takes to dominate someone, and you can kind of guard yourself against it with Hélène for the rest of the scene. Make it much harder for her to do so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, few things. I know you've been gone for a while. I get that. But this is considered quite bad. Also, one of those is Roland's ghoul. I don't think he's going to appreciate that. Also, the other 2 need to be locked up. They are our prisoners, and they've actually sold out. One of them has completely sold out this city. So, yeah. You might want to put them back where we left them.
Are you cross with me?
I'm cross with the world right now. However, what's really important here is the fact that you want to come back to your city, correct?
Yes.
Do you want your city, when you come back to it, to be overrun with shadow weavers, with the kindred being torn apart by flesh crafters, and the streets overrun with caitiff and shovelheads?
No.
All right, because that is literally there's been a big shade of incompetence since you've been gone, but they're involved in that little problem, in that little risk. We're trying to rectify that, so I would really greatly appreciate it if you would just put them back where I left them.
Very well. Persephone, dear, back to the closet.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I look around and I'm like, okay, did you guys get Roland's desk? Because we got to get back there as soon as we can. I look over at Helen. I'm like, listen, I've got a smart TV or whatever it's called. I think the remote is on the end table. If you're really bored, I don't care what you do with it. Find whatever you want. But yeah, just leave those alone, if you will. Isfan, where is I'm sorry about all this. But where is
whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all this.
I'm not gay.
Roland's?
I've seen too much of the world to have a problem with it, but I'm not gay.
No one thought you were, and no one would care even if you were or not. No one cares. Where is Roland's vest? And if possible, can you give us a little bit of do you have any hardware that we can take with us just to be safe?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We may be infiltrating a building that is filled with some very not nice presences. So if you have anything, that would be most of all, we need Roland's bulletproof vest. And if you have anything else that could be helpful to any of us, we'd really appreciate it.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Hold on. And he goes into one of the spare room, basically, that you had all been using. You get... Sorry, just looking for that thing real quick here. Here we go. He comes back with a duffel bag. All right, the vest's in there. There's a mess of other hardware. He kind of looks back at Hélène, who's put Federico on the couch and is just kind of playing with his hair. Should I go too?
You know what? I text Roland. I'm like, "You want is no? Actually, no. I don't. I think you need to. I'm sorry. I need you to babysit a little bit longer. I'm so sorry about this. Really.
Okay. Can I do that in the hallway?
Go
please?
ahead. But if you hear anything weird, I am going to need you to come in here and check what's going on.
Of course.
Helen, darling.
Mm.
Your Grace. I should mention that right now we are very, very concerned about security, both for our sakes and for yours. This is sacred ground. You are offered the full extent of my hospitality. I just ask that you not play your little games with Istvan here. And if you see anything strange and anybody come in, would you be as kind as to handle that, or ask Istvan to do it? Even just ask him to do it.
The Autarchus, are they here? Is this place safe?
It's less safe than I thought it was, but we are going to rectify that. I promise.
Okay. It's just I hear of terrible things they do up in Paris.
Yeah, Paris is its whole issue. But yeah, I would really you have my hospitality and everything, and that hospitality will be extended after we move from here. By the way, and I look at Annie's, we need to discuss that in a little bit on the way there. But if you see anything or anybody entering or anything like that, just, well, you don't know how to text, but ask Istvan to text me. All right?
Okay.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You are a gracious princess. And I curtsy, and I'm like, good evening, madam. I'm like, and does Istvan given me everything that I need?
And I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that.
Has Istvan given me everything I need?
Yeah. Duffel bag, ready to go.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies, let's go.
Yeah, gladly.
All right.
Take some time.
And I look at Anais. I'm like, let me ask you something. I'm fairly rich. Just how rich are you? Please don't take this as a intrusive question. I normally would not be this blunt, but I'm having a very long night.
Pretty rich.
All right. How would you feel on going into a real estate venture with me?
In what way?
Buy a plot of land, possibly with a house on it. One that we can better secure. I'm afraid that, as it turns out, the security protocols I have installed have not been adequate to keep my place secure, and that is a very big problem for those of my breeding. And due to the fact that I only have the side walls and I am enclosed by other dwellings, it means that I was not able to put in the full extent of security that I otherwise would have. That and the fact that I don't have a yard. And I was hoping we might pool our resources and buy a place for our little family. For the record, I would be doing making a few macabre adjustments, mostly just to keep us all safe and all the things inside it safe.
Are we all in earshot of this, or is this just you two?
No, I don't care if you hear. You
Okay.
can go ahead.
Real quick, if you're trying to make a house for all of us, no flesh furniture, please.
Have you ever sat on a leather chair, madam?
Yeah.
Then you've sat on flesh furniture before you ever met me. I won't give you a bed made of bones.
I don't want to be in a house made of people.
It won't just be made of people. Don't worry. I have chosen the path of earth. There will be plenty of dirt and wood and stone. Also, bones make very poor pipes, as it turns out. It's brittle, actually, quite brittle.
I don't know how to express to you how not reassuring it won't be entirely people is.
Did you know that the Great Wall of China has corpses within the molding?
And I don't sleep on the Great Wall of China.
Do you know that there are multiple grand structures, ancient structures that have very similar architectural idiosyncrasies? You've probably slept in plenty of places. If you've ever been in a place that's over 100 years old, you've probably slept in plenty of places that have people in the walls.
I haven't, for starters. And
Really? I thought you were from New Orleans.
I'm from the poorer spots with newer You know what?
Wasn't there some witch in New Orleans that was collecting people's bones from a cemetery? It's very ill-mannered.
Whatever.
You are from America, right?
Yes.
That entire country is a Native American burial ground.
I understand that, and I don't love that about it, but that's again,
why is that different?
Very different.
No, it's not. It really isn't. it's I'm always hearing about how revolting what I do is. But you know what I find very interesting is usually the people who do that are completely fine with eating factory farmed meat, or if they're vampires, just dominating other people and controlling their emotions and manipulating this and manipulating that. And quite frankly, I don't understand why this should be a greater problem. Do you want to be safe? Because let me explain something to you. I am not the worst thing you're ever going to find, but I am going to be the best thing that will ever protect you. You will never be safer than in. And it's not like I'm building a flesh cathedral. I would like to see if we could get a very nice house. Because it's a lot of work to build the entire place out of corpse. It takes so long. I don't have that kind of time.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I just probably won't live there. Like, not a problem.
You'll live there when you get chased. Okay, trust me, you'll be perfectly comfortable. Don't worry, I'll make a call to IKEA for you. All right, Gabe, we cannot hear you.
And with that, we're able to meet up with Roland again. Sorry about that. And
Roland's been scouting around, being stealthy. I'll throw a stealth roll up in the chat.
Actually, instead of that, give me a perception plus larceny.
Can do.
Difficulty 6.
What is it? Heightened senses, yes or no?
Yes.
4.
Okay. Before you even make the corner, you are able to notice a few things about it. It's on a T intersection across from a 24-hour corner store. The building in question with the blue paint on the brickwork is across from a 24-hour corner store. There's actually on the corner. There's at least one spotter up in the tenements on the straight part where the T intersection ends, up in a window. There is another one down at the end of the block. And from your previous interactions that there's probably at least one person in front of the corner store itself. There is an alley with a back entrance to the blue building. But that in the front door seem to be the only two ways in and out.
Is that alley in view of any of the spotters?
It is, yes.
I figured. Which one?
The one up in a window.
All right. How high is that window off the ground?
3rd story.
All right. Is there a fire escape?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, then that sounds like an entrance to somebody that is as inclined as Roland is. Mm-hmm. Roland was going to sneak up the fire escape. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that's a stealth and also athletics to even get up there.
Let's make it. I want to do several things at once with this. Let's generally just make it Dex plus Stealth. Is difficulty 8.
Six successes.
Holy shit. Okay, so
I mean, he does have Dex 4 and Celerity 3.
Oh yeah, and Celerity just adds to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are cat-like in your ability to get onto the fire escape from the ground, which is not easy. Get into the building, slip through an apartment unnoticed, and find your way to the apartment of the spotter.
All right, I'm picking the lock.
Yeah, Dex plus larceny. you're in.
All right, checking around to see if there's any tripwires or anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sabbat actually had a place rigged to blow.
There is not actually.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to. I need to incapacitate this guy, and I think I'm going to sleeper hold.
Mm-hmm. With that awesome stealth roll and the fact that this person is mortal, it is a trivial matter for Roland to sneak up behind him, sleeper him, and just lay him gently on the ground. He's older, probably, you'd guess 50s. And
checking his phone.
Checking his phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that probably has something similar to the other guys around here.
Yeah. His is text based though, and it's he had binoculars and a pair of binoculars, and he had his phone out, and it's descriptions of people going in the front door.
All right. I'm going to prop him up by the window, just to make it look like that I have not actually that he's still around. I'll drink 2 points of blood from him so that I can go and increase my self for the shenanigans to come. I'll drink just 2 points. I don't actually want to hurt this guy.
He's asleep. That's easily done.
Yeah, I just don't. Somebody needs to contrast themselves from Marie Suzette. Now I'm going to basically inform everyone else about what's going on. I'm going to take the phone with me in case Anais wants to do anything with it at some point later. I mean, Roland knows just enough about computers to know that Anais does wizardry, essentially. It's like disciplines, but they cost us experience. All right, and then he's going to make his report and scope out the alley door. See.
It is locked from the outside.
Not anymore.
All right. And we'll say that is when everyone else gets there. You don't immediately see Roland, but it's easy enough to connect with each other and figure out where you are and what's going on. I'm sorry, Wendy, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Can I just try to feel around? Or you know what? I just look at Anais and all right, tell me where he is, because he's probably figured out everything that's going on here, and tell me how I can get to how we can get to him as quickly as possible. I think that's the best policy right now.
Anais looks at you confused. Getting to who?
Roland.
Oh, to Roland. Sorry.
Roland texted you. That's the best way to do it.
She was in a daze, thinking about the other
sex toys. Thinking about the sex toys.
Thinking about the sex toys. Yeah, she was just texting her her GF about which sex toy do you want us to use. It's sorry, I can't make her think. Choose whatever sex toy you want for our next one. But yeah, she looks at her phone with Roland, and she she just leads Mary and Judy the way that they need to go.
Okay, so we all meet up again. Josephine does get back to you. It takes her a little while, and she says, "I want you to buy me this one," and it's ridiculously expensive, horribly custom, and just kind of. I was going to say it's a shocker, but I mean, it's that and much more.
She wants me to buy her that, whatever it is.
No, Josephine texts Anais.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Congratulations, you're buying an $800 dildo.
Yep.
Actually, no. She's getting one of those. No, she's getting one of those goop golden ones.
The egg.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
No, it's a little more intense than that. But anyway, moving right along, you all connect up, and you can get suited up for whatever happens next. Roland, your vest is there. There are also 2 shotguns, plenty of pistols, at least 1 submachine gun.
Wait, what? Why did you bring all of this?
Because I wanted to be careful and I wanted to be prepared.
How many guns do you think you can fire at once?
It's not about how many guns I can fire at once. It's
Do you
about...
really know how to fire a gun?
Yes, I fucking do. Thank you. You know, actually, gunpowder was a thing before I was born. They started making guns before I was born.
Yes,
right?
but I don't have any flintlocks.
That's not what I'm talking about. But I've been shooting guns.
Yeah, I know. Matchlocks.
No, I've been doing more than that. Thank you very much. And you know what? I just take one of my guns. I just take one of them and I just aim it like a spot on the wall and I make like a... And I just like, look, bad enough?
The safety's on.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up, Jim. It was not on.
No, if you took the safety off, Roland would put it back on because Roland believes in gun safety.
That's hilarious, but
Look, Roland's watched Pulp Fiction. He knows what happens when you accidentally shoot Marvin in the
We're not having
face.
this argument. All right, I don't know how quickly we're going to go through them. I just want to be prepared. All right?
All right.
And I asked your ghoul if there's anything that he thinks that we could really use, and he just gave me this. So do you not trust your own man?
I'm pretty sure if he just did what he was told, he just did what he was told because he knows not to. He doesn't want to rock the boat when he's
I look at
outnumbered.
Anais. What did I say to him? Did I tell him just give us whatever you think we should use? Did I tell him that?
You know what? Fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna suit up.
Yeah.
Roland's putting on his vest. Does anybody want his other armor?
I can make my own armor.
I'll take some armor.
How pretty is it?
It's
No,
not.
it is incredibly ugly.
I'll take it anyway.
Congratulations, Jenny. You are now wearing reinforced clothing. It gives you 1 armor.
Great. It's way too big on Jenny, and yet somehow that makes her look cute in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So you have a secure back entrance into this place. You have a bunch of guns. You're not sure exactly where in the building they are, but you suspect that they are in here somewhere. What do you do?
I look at Anais. You have how high is your auspex again? Any chance she could use that to find our way through?
Scrying and clairvoyance. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
I don't know if you can actually do it with baseline aspects. I don't think you can do it with. I think that's actually a ritual.
Oh.
But we might be able to, unless we have. If there's magical difficulty, we might be able. You might be able to use heightened senses to pinpoint where there's activity in the building.
Yeah. Just double checking telepathy. So if you want to use telepathy, which I understand you have, do you have aspects for?
Yeah, I should.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No. Telepathy would be good. You'd be able to read the mortals or read the people's minds and be able to find out exactly where they are. That's cool.
Changes material, formalize, interpret state. So if you have Auspex 5, you can astrally project.
We love it.
And potentially like scout out the
Yeah, you
place
can
really
scout the entire building as an unseen ghost, basically.
Okay.
Hooray, Oracle!
So do I
Also-
just do it?
Somebody's gonna hold. Roland's holding you up.
All right.
No,
so
you go limp when you astrally project.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so she just, I guess, actually projects. It's been a while, so she's kind of sick a little bit. She gets her bearings, and just searches around, essentially floating around. So what does she see? Or do I have to?
So let's first you have to spend a point of willpower.
All right.
Next, you have to roll perception plus awareness. We're going to call this difficulty 7.
Okay. Let's see. What's my character sheet? I have 3 perception, right?
I believe so.
Sure. Okay, so 3. Where is the okay? They all fail.
Ouch.
Okay. Did you get any ones?
1.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad.
Oh, look at his face.
You could yeah, wait, can she spend some blood or whatever to get another
Don't take this away from Gabe.
No.
No.
Look how happy he looks.
it's okay. I'm
This is an
sorry.
amazing moment for a botch. Let's go. Anais, you've only done this a few times, and immediately you are aware that something is wrong. Because you don't just send yourself out of your body. How to describe it? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. You don't just send yourself out of your body into a seemingly random part of this tenement building, but you look around and there is a dead body lying on the floor, bloody, and a man
Ominous silence.
I see those all the time.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, did we lose your mic?
No, just some background noise.
Gotcha.
So there's a man standing over this prostrate, torn up form, and you see him breathing hard, like he was all worked up, and also very clearly mortal. As you're astrally projecting, you can glimpse the one aura still bright, if chaotically swirling, and the other aura of the person lying on the ground slowly fading. And the person who's also holding a pair of scissors yells, "Why did you make me do this?" Oh,
Thanks, Mark.
oh, yeah. Oh, He starts yelling and ranting and raving at the body, and you're not sure how to get out of this scene. In fact, you feel a pull toward the dead body.
Ew.
Everyone else just knows that Anais goes limp.
Shit. And like I start like feeling. Can I start?
And
like,
that's
feeling
normal.
around?
That's normal.
Yeah,
And that's predictable.
that's normal.
Okay, good.
It's after a moment.
Well, you brought it up, so I was worried it might have been like, you know.
No, it's after a moment where we're like,
Yeah.
A minute
Okay.
passes.
Well, so how long is this supposed to take?
instantaneously, as far as I know. It moves at the speed of thought.
Yeah.
Well, right, but like, how long is she gonna? Like, obviously, it's working. She's limp, so like, how long until she's back?
I mean, I don't know.
As
Like I
long
said,
as
it's supposed to be instantaneous.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I'm worried.
We know Anais sometimes thinks slow, but
okay. Well,
And I look at him and I just want to smack him. I'm like, now is not the time.
that's
Yes,
kind
it
of
is.
rude.
Anais, next to the dying body, now dead body, another figure appears, just like the one that just died, but with more blood and clotted gore adorning the shirt where it's been stabbed repeatedly, and with a kind of film or almost amniotic sac around it, around like the fleshy bits. So like under the clothing, but around the body itself, including up around the face. And then this new form jerks.
He what?
It jerks.
Ew.
Jerks.
Gross.
And you feel you see it like struggling. You're not sure what it's struggling with. And that's when the black hole opens up.
Lovely.
And there's the sound of howling winds and the crack of thunder coming from this black aperture that just opens next to the body. And the figure writhing on the floor is like clawing at its face, but it can't get its hands through the sack either. And you see it start to slide toward the hole. What do you do?
I know some public showers and spas nearby that he can go to clean himself up. Maybe. She's just kind of grossed out by it, like especially after going out of body. She's pretty nauseous, like with that, and seeing this, she kind of, I don't know, spirit throws up or something.
Mm-hmm.
That way.
And she feels herself being pulled toward the black hole as well, like a vacuum.
Well, that's not fun. It makes her even more nauseous.
What do you do?
She's regretting this. And tries to pull out of it, like as best as she can.
Spend another willpower and make another perception plus awareness roll.
All right. Okay, dice. What's the difficulty?
7.
Let's see. 1 success.
Okay. Through an incredible force of will, Anais is able to zip herself away from this scene, this horrible scene, into a quiet living room. Someone's watching TV. Someone's in the kitchen. And from there, she can zip around a little bit within the apartment building until she's pretty sure she's found the right place. It's on the 3rd floor. And in the living room, with the first place you end up, you see 3 figures sitting on the couch. One's reading a magazine. One seems to be asleep. You see several empty blood bags laying on a side table. And you realize that the 2 of the 3 figures on the couch are identical. The one that's asleep, and there's one that just looks up at her and says, "Oh, hello."
You don't know how to clean up after yourself.
I assure you, it is more to do with, the mess is more to do with my current roommates.
Get on it then. I'm already nauseous. I don't feel like seeing any dirt around.
So I'm going to point something else out to you. No one should be able to see you.
Wait.
But this double of the person, of one of the other people on the couch, is looking at you and talking with you.
All right. Well, if they're not going to clean it up, can you clean it up, please?
Sure. I assume that you're on your way now.
I'd hope so. I kind of want to leave.
I mean, that might be prudent, frankly. We generally don't take kindly to visitors.
That's why I'm leaving?
Yes. That would make sense.
Okay. I guess she looks around for an exit.
You can also just zip back to your body.
Oh, she can do that now? Oh,
Yeah.
She's done. Yeah, she's done. Back to her body.
Okay. It takes much longer than you would have expected, but Anais opens her eyes again and is, instead of just dead weight, is now moving dead weight because she's dead.
Meh. Oh, there you are. You okay?
No, I'm not. There was
Oh.
some disgusting shit that I've experienced, and I'm traumatized now. From all of it.
What kind of disgusting?
There was a guy who had blood all over his body. It was twisting and kind of jerking. Not a very, very happy thing to see. There was a black hole.
A black hole?
Yeah. That nearly swallowed me up. And then I was at this person's house who does not know how to clean up after himself, and just out of wanting to not experience that anymore, I left, and now I'm here.
So
Okay, that's a lot.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm that sounds like some shadow weaving. The black hole is a little more interesting than the rest of the things.
Well,
So-
they sound like they know that we're here, so
Yeah. You didn't happen to mention anything about that, did you?
Not really. I didn't want
Yeah,
to be there.
Any of you guys, can you guys hear anything? Is there any way we can detect whether they're heading towards us or they know exactly what our location is?
Anyone with heightened senses would be able to determine that, Anais especially.
Heightened senses.
it's an Auspex.
Auspex 1.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
That'd be an Anais and Roland.
Do I just wing it, or do we just wing it?
No. I mean, I'm rolling. I got 3 successes on my perception plus awareness.
What was the difficulty?
6.
Okay, let me put it down. 3 successes.
Okay. Excuse me. You are both able to determine that there has not been a big change in activity in the building. It doesn't sound like anyone, like large numbers of people are moving through the hallways or anything.
Then Roland's going to go and get the back door open.
Mm-hmm. Door opens. You see basically a utility room inside. It's got some storage spaces, like storage cages set up, a washer dryer.
All right.
And there's another door.
Yeah, no. If nobody's in here, Roland's going to the next door.
Mm-hmm. You are able to make your way up to the second floor without really encountering anyone, and certainly with no trouble. On the second floor, though, there is a woman waiting in the hallway. She's got a crushed velvet purple dress. It's kind of a pinched waist. And all of the bones on her face are accentuated. She's a very strong brow line. She has almost razor sharp cheekbones. Her jaw is like the robot from Red Dwarf, which doesn't help, but it's got this very clean angle all the way around, almost like it's supposed to be a mask. And she spreads her arms and hands, and you see that her fingers are all sort of a little bit extra long.
So are we seeing her right now? Or are we in
Mm-hmm.
Question. Would I recognize her at all?
No.
Ah.
But she spreads her arms and says, "Welcome.
All right,
We offer you hospitality. Please take it."
I am very interested to hear this. I come forward and I kind of like put my hand up to the others and I go, "Well, we accept your hospitality for the agreed upon period, for the customary period, which means she cannot harm us." And I just wonder, is it just your hospitality, or what about the other inhabitants of this building?
I speak only for my associates, I'm afraid. Although the kine here do not generally take violence as an option.
Mm.
And she smiles and she has wolf's teeth.
Mm. I look at her like, so you know what I do? You know what? Fuck it. Could you? And I look at the other members of the group. Could you guys turn around for a second, just for a second?
What are you gonna do?
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt anyone.
Roland is continuing to
also
sneak past.
don't want you to make this worse.
He's just continuing down the hallway.
Roland is sneaking down the hallway.
Sneaking down the hallway. I mean, it's fairly well lit.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Okay, just whatever you guys do, don't look at me below the waist. All right, okay. And I looked. All right, I turn around and I look right at our new gift. I'm like, and I want to like give her the air of like, you don't impress me, like you're not scared of me. And then I promptly take my pants and I drop them, and I give her the full show.
Don't look at me. All right.
I like seriously, and I'm like, seriously, don't. I need it, guys. And I give her the full show.
Oh.
And I let the lampreys come out. I let them come up a bit. And I'm
your
like,
own work?
Of course.
Oh, intriguing.
I'm a very self-sufficient lady. And
then
I pull my pants back up. And I like, it's a way of me like looking at her, and I'm like kind of doing like a stare off of like, you don't fucking scare me, bitch. I can do shit that you wouldn't even believe.
We must discuss our craft at some point this eve. Please come with me.
And I look around at the others. All right, she's not going to hurt us. And I look around at the others. I'm like, I need you to understand something. She's of my blood, not directly, but she is of my clan. And since she has offered us her hospitality, we have 3 days where we can be in this dwelling, and she will not make sure that we do not come to harm. This is sacred to us.
Oh,
It's hard to explain, but if someone offers you their hospitality, if one of us offers you our hospitality, you have never been safer from a Zamishi than when they've offered you their hospitality.
okay. Sure.
She's not going to hurt us.
All right.
I might be interested in that, but I have some questions.
Please. Perhaps somewhere
All right.
more private and comfortable.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
She shows you up to the 3rd floor. There is a door that is.
Oh, and can I sense to make sure that she is properly? Because I don't like. Just to be careful, because I'm a dissident, so just to make absolutely sure that we're on equal playing ground, like that she's being sincere when she offered us her hospitality.
Oh, interesting. Perception plus empathy.
Perception plus empathy. Difficulty?
7.
All right. 5. 2 successes.
Okay. She is being incredibly courteous. Typically, when people are this courteous, there is a little bit. It's a little bit of a facade. There's a little bit of an ulterior motive,
Yeah,
but she is being sincere.
All right.
That's the important
part. That's the important. If she's truly offering us her hospitality, then I don't have to worry about her physically harming us. And Correct. I look at the others like, she's not going to physically harm us. And she's not going to let her compatriots do it either. We will, and I look at her and I say to her, just to be clear, we don't intend to intrude upon your hospitality for very long.
Of course. Please, this way.
Mm-hmm. All right. And I follow her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to point it to Geneviève and Anaïs. She is a little bit something. She looks like something out of a Resident Evil game.
Jetty is concerned and aroused.
All fair. All perfectly fair.
Is she Lady Dimitrescu?
No, she's not actually. But that was the comparison most at hand for the folks who, for the characters who may not have seen such a thing before.
Mm.
So she leads you up to the 3rd floor, just upstairs. It's a walk up. The whole thing is a walk up. Not very accessible. You should probably talk to someone about that. And she takes you to a door flanked by 2 breathers. Clearly goons, security. And she leads you inside. Right this way. Inside are, make sure I get this right, are her and 3 other individuals. The man with shaved on this side but curly blonde on top hair, who's tidying up, picking up the blood bags and tossing them and straightening up the magazines on the coffee table. And he looks at Anaïs and he waves with a smile. There is a Nosferatu, whose curse seems to manifest as rashy looking patches with fur growing out of them, sort of randomly, all over their face and assumedly the rest of their body. And they don't look just like hair, like body hair, like they look like cat's fur or something. There is a pretty swarthy looking guy, short curly black hair, standing back in the corner. And there's a relatively short man, looks to be in his mid-30s or so, and he says, "Pogs my horse! The fuck are you doing here?" And really, you recognize him
From when do I recognize him?
from your breeding days, from your IRA days. His name's Connor. He was someone's. He was one of your friend's younger brothers. Just before you left the country, he was kind of just old enough to be a runner and lookout. So, 12, 14. He's also got eyes that are goat's eyes.
Mother.
I know, right? Look at us, fucking two. And he comes over to give you a hug.
I look at him like, you know each other? His accent's much sexier than yours.
I stayed in the homeland a little longer than
And
didn't
now
go
you're
chasing
here.
about fighting other people's wars.
Our war was already over.
Yeah, and then there's the troubles in the 70s.
I haven't been back since I was dead.
Well,
And the 80s and part of the 90s, too.
yeah.
Don't talk about the homeland.
Hey,
No, that
It's
was to
just
Marie. That was to Marie.
okay. But fuck, man. It's good to see you now then, eh?
What are you doing here?
Well, I got myself bit. I got myself fucking on the right end of this war too, I think. But hey, you're here now. Oh, that's fucking. So you're fucking with the commies then, eh? And Andrea, the lady in the velvet dress, gives you a little like ushers you all inside, sort of giving Roland and Connor room. She says, "So as you've heard, this is Connor, Purity, and the Nosferatu waves. That's Itzhak, cleaning, and my name is Andrea. Please, oh, Marco's off in the corner. He's a little standoffish these days. He's often quite a friendly chap, but he's had a bit of a bad spell recently. If you'll all wait here, I shall let our leader know that you are in attendance. I'm sure that he would love to have some words with you." And she wanders off to a back room. The counter says, "So what have you been doing with yourself?"
Here, there, and everywhere. Just been wandering from one place to the next. What are you? I've never expected to see anybody. I never expected to see anyone ever again.
I know, right? It's the wildest thing.
What are you guys doing here? This is gonna get bad. This is gonna get bad real quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of the point. We're here to fight the good fight. It's what I do. It's what we do. But so, I mean, things get changed around a little bit after you die. Never thought I'd get to stand up again after all that, right? But so we're just well, I'm sure Armitage will be able to put it more eloquently, but we're here to bash fashion and get rich.
No, wait,
Get the
stop.
booty.
Excuse me. Pardon.
Hmm.
You do know you're working for the Sabbat, correct? You know what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You sound more like an anarch. One of those anarch types than you do a Sabbat. Because
Well,
I know from experience. Let me tell you something. How do you feel bowing down to the La Sombra? Because that doesn't sound like somebody who wants to bash fash.
He said bash ash.
What, he did what?
Bash
Right.
ass.
he did say bash fash, actually.
Oh, he did?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
my mistake. That's my mistake.
I'm supposed to be the one who's hard of hearing. What the hell, Jim? All right.
Yeah, he says, well, look, any fight, you got generals, you got captains, you got soldiers.
No.
Yeah. Look,
No. This is not what that is. Trust me, I spent a lot longer in this particular army than you did. My sire was an archbishop, sir.
oh shit, you're one of the fucking higher ups then.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice for you.
No, it's not nice for you though, because there's no way. What? How old are you again? How old are you idiots again?
The fuck is she?
Just ignore it. Go talk to someone else.
No, I don't think. I think it's very important that he talks to us.
I'm talking to him.
And Purity says, and I says, when that catches this with the heightened senses, too much talking. Begins fidgeting. And let's see, is that when it happens? Yeah, that's when it happens. Andrea comes back with a tall, solidly built man. Looks to be in his late 20s, early 30s, with kind of a pork pie hat, button-down shirt done all the way up, suit jacket. You're not sure if he's about to close a big internet tech firm deal or go play bass in a jazz band from the way he's dressed. But he holds his hands in front of himself and he says, good evening. My name is Armitage. I understand that Andrea has extended our hospitality to you, and I will not betray that. However, know that after the terms of that invitation are met, you will not be welcome here. Now, what can I do for you?
Do you have boba tea here?
No.
Not now.
We are not going to intrude upon your hospitality for very long, but we are concerned.
Anais, you still have heightened senses up, right? He has a crease in the middle of his forehead. And it isn't just you're not sure what's going on with that. It isn't just like a crease, like he flexes his brow and his forehead wrinkles. It's perfectly vertical. It's in kind of an odd spot, and it's not just a wrinkle, but you don't know what's up with that.
Are you sure you don't have boba tea here?
Yes. I'm sorry. Is there anyone here who's not a child?
Can I take notice that Anais seems a little confused about something? Can I please take notice of that?
Give me a perception plus awareness.
Okay.
Difficulty 7.
Okay.
Y'all should start making some.
2 successes.
2. Yeah, you notice that Anais is kind of distracted by a little something looking at this guy, but you're not sure what.
Okay. I'm just going to, with all due respect, could you give us a moment, please? And I take her in hands. She doesn't know the ways here. She doesn't know, but she can also imbibe kind food. It's very strange, and she has a bit of a fixation of it. I'll talk to her. Just give me a moment. And I take her aside, and I'm like, okay, what's wrong?
There's a crease on his forehead. I have no idea what that is about. I don't know. Can you see that?
All right, can I turn around and take a better look?
Yeah, perception plus occult, difficulty 8.
Perception.
Geneviève.
All right.
I'm sorry, Emily, you're muted.
Yeah.
I have 4 successes.
Okay, I'll get back to that in just a sec.
Right.
Of the figures in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
your gaze keeps getting pulled back to the man with the short, curly, dark hair introduced as Marco.
Okay.
And this is a feeling kind of like you sometimes have with Lyle now. And he's looking at you, too.
Hey, do I know you?
I think you might.
How do I know you?
I think maybe I helped kill you. I think maybe some of my vitae is what brought you back. Anyone told you about clans yet?
What?
Anyone told you about clans yet?
Yeah, I know about clans.
Why'd you come out?
Bruja.
Or are you, what fucking rude term do they use? Caitiff. Or are you caitiff?
No, I don't know what that means, but they said I'm Bruja.
Oh.
You're not. I do hear this, and I just go, you're not. You're welcome.
All right. I mean, I was really hoping you bred true to me, but whatever.
What is that? Why would you think that you're... What makes you think that you and I are connected like that?
Well, for one thing, I don't know if you noticed, but you haven't been able to take your eyes off of me since you walked through that door.
Yeah, well, there's, like, of the available options, you're the easiest on the eyes. What do you want from me?
That's cute. Childer also tend to have an affinity for their sires. Put 2 and 2 together, and believe me, I remember you. It's likely, I'm thinking. No, I mean, I'm not your daddy or whatever, but the blood's odd. Does funny things sometimes.
Yeah, I know I got the fucking blood cocktail.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you lot do. What clan are you?
Gangrel.
Okay,
But
never heard of
fair
them.
warning, most of those cami fucks think just being so forward and honest about things like that are rude.
Okay, well, you're not a
Excuse
cami
me.
fuck, are you?
Oh no. Just gotta look out for my
Don't.
Stepdaughter.
Excuse me. I am not a cape. In fact, most of the people who are here are not capes.
Are you saying cake like gâteau or cape
cape.
like the?
CAPE.
Okay,
What's a
No.
cape?
like Dracula.
What's a cape?
Like Dracula.
Okay,
Like-
aren't we? I'm
No,
so confused.
No. We're just dealing with them right now. I think Anais is, but I most certainly am not. My type are not allowed in.
Mm.
Roland, I believe, is not. Hey, Roland.
Roland's not paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Well, he is. He's deliberately ignoring you.
So Marie,
He's an obnoxious. He's too much of an obnoxious shit, even for the Camarilla. Yeah, no, we're not capes.
Armitage picks his arms up, crosses them across his chest. So what are you doing here? And Marie Suzette now his forehead does crease a little bit in consternation, and you can see the fold of skin quite clearly, and you can put two and two together.
It is very interesting to see you, child of Adonai.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Could you be more specific?
Really? Maybe you should open your eye. I think you might be able to see what I mean. No, I'm looking at him like I'm not afraid. I'm just finding it I think it's very interesting that you're here, though. Because, wow, they really want to see a lot, don't they? They really want to look. They really do think it's here, don't they? They don't bring you out for nothing. They don't.
Now I know that you only half know what you're talking about. Yes, we are looking for an item of interest. Yes, we are quite sure it's somewhere in town.
But
I'll make you the same deal I made someone else. Hand it over and we leave.
and now you've just told me that you only know maybe a quarter of what you're talking about. Don't get me wrong. There's a part of me, despite the fact that I despise so much of what surrounds me, that almost wants to, well, no, not let you have it, but almost sort of respects the reason why you want it. I'm a nodist myself, and I'm not stupid like the Camarilla. I know what's out there. I know what's going on. But I don't think they have it in the cards for either of us to find anything. But they really do think it's here, huh? Interesting. I want you to know, just as a little tidbit, there's a Tremere contingent here, and I know that's blood boiling. But for what it's worth, I did make a point of mentioning your forebear. I'm protesting his innocence.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten.
Were you there?
I didn't need to be there, but I've heard. You're not the first you're not the first child that I have met. My sire was the Archbishop of Drew.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
You know what an archbishop is. Don't pretend that means nothing to you.
Look, I am busy.
Yeah, we're all very busy.
You know why I'm in town, why we are all here.
Let me ask you something. Do you think if I had it, I would be here?
I don't know.
Just because I'm not
Do you have it?
No one here has it. And by here, I don't just mean this building. But let me tell you something. And while I'm not a cape, I mean, there are no anti-tribute like me. You at least know that, right? We don't come in anti-tribute. You know that, right?
Sure. Whatever. Andrea whispers to him that Marie is of her ilk. Oh, okay, fine.
Yes. But I am not of this faction anymore. So, I will tell you this. I would not hand it over. And quite frankly, and I look over at Andrea and I'm like, you're not stupid. You wouldn't be what we are if you were stupid. Do you really, really believe that if you pick up some trinket in this city, you're going to find some fucking antediluvian somewhere and just vanquish them? Because I promise you that's exactly what they'd want you to think. I'm not.
It is a matter of heritage.
No, it isn't. It's
Embracing
never
all
been
that we are and learning of our origins.
No, it's not. You know it's not. Please don't. No.
For me, it is.
And I'm sure you've been told that. I'm sure you've been told that. Look, you realize that the moment it's just this is so difficult. I want to make it very clear. Do you realize that the moment you get it for them, the mystics are just going to snatch it right away from you? That's what they tend to do to us.
Who are you addressing? Are you addressing
I'm
Armitage?
addressing Andrea. I'm addressing Andrea. It might be a matter of heritage to you, but it's not to them. And they will just snatch it. They don't call themselves keepers for nothing. They'll just snatch it up and leave you in a web of shadows if you're really trying to get this for them. And quite frankly, look, I'm going to be completely clear with you.
She looks confused and concerned.
Yeah. I'm a Koldunist. And I can tell you almost with complete sincerity, I don't think it's here. I've been checking the ground. And okay, and by the way, Gabe, I know I'm fucking bluffing. I know I'm bluffing. Should I just try to bluff? Do a roll for bluffing?
Yeah, manipulation plus subterfuge. Difficulty 6.
One success.
Okay. Just making a note here. Armitage says, be that as it may. I'm busy. I have things that I'm doing. And I make this offer to all of you. You want us out of Bordeaux? Fine. Give us what we came here for.
All right.
And
I
what
actually
is that?
Interesting. A Nodist artifact. Something that's been here for a very long time, probably hidden or lost in an old part of the city, or in the possession of old and powerful vampires, such as perhaps the Tremere Chantry.
The idea that Lyle Kirsten would have any of that is very, very, very funny. I have to admit.
Also, is this like, are we gonna hand you like the Ark of the Covenant? Like, what? I'm not so thrilled about you doing to more people what y'all did to me.
They're
In all
always doing
likelihood,
more
it is a
people.
small object. Perhaps a chalice, perhaps a blade, perhaps a fragment of a tapestry.
So you don't actually know what it is. You could see it in front of you and not know.
Jenny, why don't you try to see if that's really what the case is? Or
There are indications. Look, something that old. If someone else figured out that it was from Nod, the first city, then it will be apparent to a learned person that it is from Nod, the first city. It will have writing. It will have a notion on it. It will glow with moonlight when touched by a kindred or something. No, we don't know exactly what it is. Unfortunately, our information is fragmentary.
And that until it becomes less fragmentary and more part of a whole, you completely intend to stay here and conduct, I'm guessing, more raids, or you're trying to infiltrate areas, hopefully with a little more subtlety for
How
smart.
are things at court?
To be honest, actually, they've been having a bit of fun lately.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. They have. They've been having a bit of fun. I'm not even joking. The prince scored a great victory recently, and I'm looking at him and I'm telling him this with full sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
He scored a really big victory recently. Now, there are people who are still upset about things, but yeah, there have been a few victories.
Well, that's nice for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to keep apprised of my neighbors.
Look, I don't like them either.
Is there anything else I can do for you or anything you want from me?
Do me a favor. Do not try to come into my home again.
I'm sorry, what?
Do not send anybody into my home. You know what?
He seems genuinely surprised by this suggestion. Agreed. We won't send anyone into your home. Fine.
That sounds nice. Tell you what. I might have a few ideas, but don't bother me. But I want to say something. I'm sure there are a few people here who would very much like to turn this into a dust fest. But I actually do, in fact, want to keep someone like you around. I just wish you guys your lot had some more of their old principles. I understand why you don't. I understand what happened. But I want you to know something very similar happened to me. And it's sort of very Tremere-esque happened to me. And it was the same people you're working with now.
Mm.
That must be.
Huh.
I want to leave you for now, I'd like to leave you in peace.
Does anyone else? This seems to be the person calling the shots in this pack.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to say or ask anything?
Do you at least have bloody Twizzlers that I could eat?
Andrea wonders at this. Oh, that does sound fun. Oh.
You know, I look at.
I have to
Andrea
go
and
write a note.
I used to make experiment. I used to have experience where I'd mainline chocolate down their throats for several days. It did not go as I wanted to. I had chocolate once when I was
What?
still kind, and it was just as it was being introduced into Europe. It was fucking heaven, and I miss it so much. And ever since then, she can eat food. She has no idea how much I envy her that. But yeah, she can eat food. I have been desperately trying to regain a little bit of that taste for like 300 goddamn years. Over like 400 goddamn years. Oh my god.
Want this one?
No, not that. Chocolate.
Heatsock, the boy with curly blonde hair that you saw sitting on the couch before Anahis, asks, "What is boba?"
For
Jenny
human,
goes
it's
and
just
smashes
milk.
her
Oh.
head. Sorry.
Jenny,
I
what?
was just gonna say something stupid while you were still eating. Jenny goes and smashes her head against a wall.
For humans, it's a milk drink with, I believe, some tofu little squishy things.
Tapioca.
Tapioca. That's what it was. Tofu. I think it was tofu. See, but for vampires, it's more bloody with bloody balls in it or something.
There are places here that sell that?
Yeah.
With the blood?
Yeah.
What's going on with Roland right now?
Connor has backed off from catching up with Roland to let Armitage speak, basically.
Well, Roland does say something to Connor before that happens. He says, "Look, this is going to end poorly. You have to walk away from this."
Ugh. You know, I don't want to be on the other end of this from you. You make my heart want to beat, man. But this is not.
No, these are the wrong folks. It's not the fight you think it is. I've been all over. I know what they do.
Look, I don't want any bad blood with you. So I'm going to keep my trap shut for now. And I just want me to know that something happens. You know, like I guess it might. It's nothing personal.
It's always personal.
Yeah, it's always personal.
All right.
Okay. Armitage says, "I'm sorry if that is what you came here to say or do. You have said and done it."
I look at Andrea. Would you like us to leave in peace?
And Andrea? If she comes back with a notebook that she's scribbling in. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. If you would like, I would be happy to escort you out."
I look at the others and I'm like, Roland, do you have everything you need?
No, but I'm not going to.
You have everything you need that you could possibly get here.
Roland is looking around to see if there's anything that he could.
I'm sorry. Anything he could what?
Snag that would help him a personal effect of theirs that he could then use to have Anais trace it back when we actually end up going to go hunt these bastards down.
Interesting. Give me a dexterity plus larceny roll. Difficulty 7.
Five.
What do you want to have taken off of Connor?
Does he have any memorabilia of home?
Yeah, he has.
I mean, I personally want to take a button. I'm going to make absolutely sure, however, it's nothing that's memorable from home.
Oh, I
Because-
see. So you want to take
Yeah.
something innocuous, but his.
Yes, innocuous, but his, like a button. But but if there's something that specifically reminds me of home, I'm specifically avoiding that.
Got it. Yeah. No, that's easy enough to do. But might not have enough of a link, but you are able to grab, let's say, a folding knife, like a pocket knife.
Yeah, like a balisong or something.
Yeah. Anais, real quick, give me a perception plus empathy roll. Difficulty 5. Operating with the assumption that you've had heightened senses up.
Four successes.
Armitage is lying. This artifact, whatever it is not the only reason he's here.
Oh, I was like, I forgot I'm the only one that knew. I was like, oops.
What?
I forgot I was the only one that knew. Because you said Armitage was like, I thought you were talking to everybody, so I was just like, oh.
No, you are the only one who's been able to pick up this.
No wonder Anais is confused. Like,
you and your senses.
you guys know he's lying, right?
Do you say that in the middle of the apartment?
Don't say that in the middle of the apartment. That's a bad idea.
It's
Wait
up
until
to
we're
you.
out.
No,
Wait until we're out.
Deanna, it's up to you.
I'm just gonna choose chaos. I'll choose
Oh
chaos.
God, damn it!
And he says, "Excuse me."
You do have boba tea, don't you?
He gets more defensive than somewhat like his reaction is not just incredulity that you're being rude and accusing him of lying, but like there's a bristle to it as well. You surprised him and put him on his back foot a little bit.
I'd like to apologize for her manners.
I'm sure.
You know how to make it. You've been lying to me. She kind of like looks over
then I look at Anais and I'm like, please stop. Please fucking stop. Please.
No,
I'm begging.
She gives Mary like a look of like or gives her like a certain signal to tell her that
yeah, and I totally pick up on it, but I'm also like, please stop. Please stop and tell me when we leave. Please tell me when we leave, because here's the thing. I don't want any poor manners to possibly be seen as a violation of us accepting their hospitality. Like, potentially that could be very bad. So,
Armitage says, I think it might be time for you to go.
Can I take one look around real quick and see if there's maybe anything, and maybe as we're being escorted out, seeing any sign of anything that might help, like anything maybe Nodus related, or anything that might like be of an indication of what they really think is going on, because I know he hasn't told me everything.
Mm-hmm. Give me a perception plus alertness. And everyone can do this. I'll take the best result. All of it difficulty 8.
All right.
All right.
Plus alertness. I'm gonna
Been lying to us about the boba tea all along. I'm upset.
Yeah, bastard.
I have 1 success.
What's the difficulty?
8.
I have 3.
Actually, for you, it's much less. It's difficulty 4.
Oh, 4?
Yep.
Yeah, whenever you
Okay,
have a perception
all success.
roll, whenever you have a perception roll, you decrease your difficulty by the number of dots of aspects you have.
Okay, yeah, all success.
Okay. How many is that?
6.
Okay. The plethora of things that you notice. Yeah. And we can... Do you want to possibly play on that information now in this interaction, or do you want to reconnoiter as a group after you leave?
I'll tell them as a group.
Okay. Now?
Thank God. I was about to claim you were Malkavian.
Okay. Andrew says, it is awfully, it's not exactly close to that, but it is getting awfully late for us. And I'm sure that you have a long journey home. I believe the trams have closed. And finding a taxi in the city is always such a hassle. Please, may I show you to the door?
Enjoy the boba tea you're hiding from us.
Malkavian.
Itzhak waves as you go. And Andrea, she shows you all the way out, says, well, so lovely of you to stop by. Please let us know should you be in this neighborhood again. We would be happy to
Serve me boba.
arrange for something much more to your taste. Yes, I do apologize that we had no appropriate refreshments tonight. You
Can I
are
try
so
one more thing?
unique. I would love to know how that happens.
Mm.
And she's like,
can I try one more like little dick waving
mhm.
with her? I look at her and I go, well, you know what? Watch the skies. And I wanna summon a bird to me. It doesn't have to be very intelligent. It could be like a pigeon or whatever.
Yeah, is the bird is there now? Fucking pigeons, they're everywhere.
Yeah, can I summon one to me and have it like
Yep.
land on my shoulder?
Yep.
I'm gonna just like stroke it like on the end, and we'll go. Watch the skies, darling. Thank you for your hospitality.
Okay, things that you noticed. Through the open doorway in one of the back rooms, you did see a map, a current-looking map of the city's sewers and tunnels, with areas sectioned off and crossed out. One of the scraps of paper that Itzhak was picking up as you were entering was for a cafe not far from the north end of Rue Sainte Catherine, where the Grand Théâtre and the Regent are. What else? You saw someone picked up in Andrea's note. No, not Andrea's notebook. And yeah, notebook laying out that Itzhak had closed up, that there were names and times done out like they've been observing rounds or something. there was at least one receipt from the restaurant in the ground floor of the Regent as well.
All right. And I'm guessing as you're telling that this is actually Anais telling us this, right?
Yeah, and this is all information that with your variety of roles you would have been able to pick up on.
Okay. I get my phone out and I start texting Lyle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we need to talk almost immediately. No more jokes. No more bullshit. This is serious. We need to talk.
What else? What other documentation? You were not there long, and you stayed in the front room. And Ais has all the senses, though.
All right, I'm going to ask her for like every single detail she can remember. Like, okay, anything you smelled, anything you heard, anything at all. It might be a hint. You'd be shocked at the things that connect to almost random things, but it might tell us something really good, even if it seems really insignificant.
Oh, Marco smelled like high-end garbage.
High-end garbage. That's
high-end garbage. High-end restaurant garbage.
Yeah, no, that was probably from the Regent Hotels restaurant. Okay. I'm asking Anais this though. Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Did you smell like something? Did you hear anything? Did you knew he was lying? What do you think he was lying about?
That's a whole slew of things, to be honest.
He was lying. That was the only reason he was in Bordeaux was to get that artifact.
Pretty much.
Good. That means we don't have to deal with these assholes again. We can kill them.
Mm-hmm. Not that I'm entirely thrilled with this, but
well, I'm not entirely thrilled with how that worked out. Why would you tell them everything?
I didn't tell them everything. I told them that the court had enjoyed some victories recently, and I didn't tell them what they were, and I didn't tell them what that meant. I kept myself fucking vague. And I told them it wasn't here. And I look at them like, do you actually think I know whether it's here or not? I don't. I told them it's not fucking here, and that I had felt around this entire city, I implied that I did, but trust me, they would have gotten it. All right? Because I want them fucking gone.
We could have dusted them, and they would have been gone.
He's salubri, Roland.
Yeah, so?
I don't know how to explain
They
it.
die the same.
It's not about... No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Y'all just eat a Twizzler and maybe you'll calm down.
I would love to, but I cannot. I would love to see what this Twizzler is. I did not tell them everything, Roland. I don't have any fucking interest. But I needed to pretend that I was, so that they would tell me something.
And they told us a bunch of lies.
They told us lies, but guess what? When you lie enough, it paints a certain picture that, if you know they're lying, tells you actually a lot more than if they had just given you little spare little facts. And you know that.
How's Genevieve doing after meeting Marco, anyway?
She's been exceptionally quiet and just kind of absorbing everything around her, and is pretty clearly, like, not seething necessarily, but like she looks exactly like she is, like somebody who knew damn well they had to be nice and behaved, but really wanted to throttle somebody.
Yeah, that was not fun for any of us. Do you think that I, of all people, liked being there and playing nice with these people? Let me tell you something. You get people to tell you enough lies, then you know exactly what they want you to think. And if you know they're lying, you can glean a lot from that. But I need to talk to Kirsten. They have broken.
Kirsten texts back. Kind of busy right now with Annabelle. And there's an emoji that he pulls off, or an emoticon, that is like very pointed, look flat mouth.
Okay, I can't entirely like. Yeah, okay. They know he's with Annabelle. I just tell them that. And I text back, one of them was in your fucking hotel.
Did they give us 5 stars on Yelp?
It's not funny right now.
Well, on this cheerful note, we are going to wrap for the night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this, the inauguration of our second season. Not as messy as I was expecting, but you know, there's always hope. With that, anyone else wanna plug or shout out before we sign off?
Follow us all on Twitter. We also have a Patreon if you'd like to support the show and like what we do. We also what else? Our Twitter and our Patreon and our Ko-Fi are listed in the description of our YouTube channel. You can find us at Les Bordeaux Alsang on YouTube and at AU_Bordeaux on Twitter.
With that, we bid you all good evening and adieu.
Thank you.
Night.